Grand final time again, and the scene is Adelaide Oval, where a capacity crowd of nearly 59,000 people were ready to watch the battle for the premiership between Port Adelaide and Sturt. Brilliant sunshine greeted the Sturt players as they ran onto the ground, led by acting captain John Murphy. A few minutes later, Port Adelaide, led by skipper John Cahill, ran onto the ground to take part in one of the most exciting grand finals ever. Umpire for the game was Max O'Connell. John Murphy won the toss for Sturt and chose to kick to the northern end, favoured by a slight breeze. For the description, over to Tom Warhurst and Mac Paul.
Bounce in the centre now by umpire O'Connell, and away we go for the grand final. From here with Clarkson getting the knock, it comes out the centre wing. Darryl Hicks is trying to knock it away from Cahill. He can't pick it up. Spear Broadbridge goes in, but it comes out to Potter. Potter with the left foot, and Port Adelaide go down. A mark taken by Short. He was bumped by Spears, nothing in it. And there's the kick by Short, coming way up to the centre wing position where Shearman flies high, couldn't take it. Potter with his boot to it. 2 kicks to Potter so far. Spencer couldn't take it. Ben Murphy comes in, bumps Spencer, and the mark has been taken by Johnny Cahill. The game has just started. Cahill kicking over the half-forward right flank for Port Adelaide and knocked in front. Coming through well as Dave Gill loses the ball, tried to pick it up. He and Potter trying to pick it up between them. It's a bounce on the half-forward right flank of Port Adelaide. No score on the board, and we've had 1 minute of football. Play started off pretty hard as a couple of bumps were given. This time Clarkson knocks it again. Potter with the ball, gets it taken off him. Thomas Nelson's got it. Nelson loses it, picked up by Big Beaufoy. Beaufoy steadies, kicks in for Port Adelaide, and they're waiting for it. It's Adcock, and he marks it. And for a crowd of some 55 to 60,000 people, he marks it in the back pocket.
There's that Clarkson, gets a beautiful tap down behind the pack, finds Rigney. Rigney running through strongly at the centre of the ground, goes towards centre half forward. Bagshaw, well scored by Cooper. Dunn comes through, looks for someone to handball it to, no one there. Looks it towards the goal square. Emmy Jones is up, and he kicks the first goal of the day for the Double Blues. Bounce back to umpire O'Connell. There it is, Salmon to the front position, and it's Weir gets cleared to get the knock, but it went a long way Port's way. There's a free kick to Port Adelaide, but intelligent umpiring allows Beaufoy to go on with it down to the forward pocket, and here it's marked by Chessel, who must have had at least a half a dozen kicks in this first term, if not more. Here's his steering kick to the half-back flank, and he finds Roger Dunn. Sturt 5 goals, Port 2 goals, 5, 30 points to 17.
Holmes tries to take the bounce. Kilbrook with the left footer. Sturt have got it within kicking distance of their goals, but Clayton playing great football at centre half-back, getting the better of Shock, and Clayton has marked it 30 yards out from the Sturt's goal.
We've had 6 minutes of time on in the first term, and it must be just about siren time.
13 points the difference, 30 to 17. Sturt's leading at centre wing. Spencer takes a good mark over the top of Bagshaw, and Spencer, who we haven't seen doing any tremendous leaping so far for Port Adelaide, kicks to the half-forward right flank. From behind, Nelson punches it away. The siren's gone. It's quarter time on the Adelaide Oval in the grand final between Port Adelaide and Sturt. Umpire O'Connell in charge of the game. Sturt's with 5 goals straight, leading Port Adelaide 2 goals 5, 30 points to 17.
For Port Adelaide so far, Freeman has kicked one behind. Here's his shot at the scoreboard end. It looks fairly good off the boot. It looks very good. It's 6 points. And Port Adelaide go to 3 goals 5 with that goal from Freeman, his first. Dave Gill runs down to congratulate Freeman, always spurring his teammates on.
Down to the half-forward flank, and a mark by Beaufoy. Hand passed on by Beaufoy. This is tremendous football as Haslam drives one in. Broadbridge in front. The knockdown finds Leal. Leal is bumped off it by Adcock. The ball picked up by Gill, and the kick by Gill has gone through for a goal. And Port Adelaide are coming back. Dave Gill getting only about his second kick so far. Puts the left foot through, and Port Adelaide go to 4 goals 5. 9 shots to the credit of each team. 4 goals 5 to Port Adelaide. 6 goals 3 to Sturt. And Sturt's lead by 10 points at the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. Clayton's played a very good game at centre half-back for Port Adelaide. Clayton's kick now coming right in front of our broadcasting point on the western side. Bagshaw spoils Cahill. Cahill comes out with the ball over the line, and it goes out of bounds. It's tension at the Adelaide Oval.
I think no one home for either side. Comes to Murphy. He makes the front position. Now chipping in. It looks like Eric Freeman. He's playing the front position. What's happened? The whistle is gone, and it's another free to Port Adelaide, and Port Adelaide 4-5 trails Sturt 6-4. Here's Freeman's punt kick. Will go to the scoreboard forward pocket. Beaufoy up high, and he pulled down a brilliant mark. And he'll have a set shot from a pretty difficult angle in the scoreboard forward pocket. There's his left foot flashing through, and he's got it. A kick by
by Cahill, who's screwing in towards the goals. It's going to be there. It's gone through to goal. Kicked by Cahill.
Fantastic goal from John Cahill.
Eric Freeman allowed it to go through. Port Adelaide have hit the front on the Adelaide Oval. They go to 48 points to 47. Then a bounce again with Cahill, the damaging player. Cahill's got it. They push him in the back and he'll get a free kick. Free kick to Cahill in the centre. Ports are starting now. Bagshaw pushes Dave Gill out of the road. Cahill's drop kick from the centre. Steers it over centre half forward. Potter's in front, but squirreled nicely by Adcock. Adcock gets away with it, bouncing the ball in front of him up in the air. He's caught, but they can't stop him. It comes into the centre. Adcock gets past Dave Gill, and good football by Adcock. With the knock taken by Chessel, the ball picked up by Potter. Potter slips to the ground. And Clarkson throws the ball and grabs him.
48 points each into the time-on period.
Centre wing bounce again, getting a little bit down to Port's half forward left flank. Clarkson in the front position. The tap by Clarkson, missed by Potter. Kick off the ground attempted by Chessel. Cahill's got it. Cahill getting his 13th kick now for Port Adelaide. Goes to the full forward left pocket, and there's the one hand bad. Broadbridge. He got one hand up and lobbed on one hand and dropped down where he gathered the ball in again against Jarrett.
He's kicked a goal in this quarter, and this, if he could get it, but he's a long way out and on a difficult angle, would give him his second.
He's going to screw it out of bounds in the full forward left pocket of Port Adelaide.
Port 49 points, Sturt 48, and we've had 2 minutes of time on.
Spencer's kick in front, and it will make the distance. It has. It's a goal to Port Adelaide, kicked by Spencer. His second. Port Adelaide now lead by 7 points at 8 goals 7 to 7 goals 6. And Port Adelaide, the underdogs in this game today against Sturt, at the 2-minute mark of the time-on period of the second quarter, are leading by 55 points to 48.
Back to Tom Moorhurst as umpire O'Connell puts the ball down at the centre and Clarkson gets a big knock.
Clarkson getting a left-handed knock with Shock losing it as he comes through. It's taken by Broadbridge. Broadbridge grabbed, thrown onto the ground by Murphy. Little Rigney picks it up, shrugs off an opponent, and Sturts go into the attack in the first 30 seconds with Moore holding the mark 25 yards out from Sturts' goal.
Port 8-9, Sturt 7-6.
Port Adelaide led by 9 points at half-time. We're just in the first 30 seconds of play in the third quarter as Moore kicks out to the half-back left flank. In front, it's Broadbridge claiming the mark, but playing on immediately in front of Greenslade for Sturt. The kick to the centre wing position. Spencer's got the run of it. Spencer's left foot kick is taken by his teammate in Leal. Leal hooking it over his shoulder. It bounces past Beaufoy, picked up by Cahill on the run, and a play on called by the umpire. Beaufoy with a hand pass over finds Haslam. Haslam over to Cahill. Cahill with another one over to Leal. Leal drops it, but steadies himself. A left footer by Leal, and his kick is going in towards the goal. Freeman sets himself, but he misjudges it, and it's over his head, taken by Chessel, and kicked out of bounds. Beaufoy takes it. The kick by Beaufoy is going to go very close, and it stops on the line, bounces back. Leal over his head, and the lad has kicked it up, but it won't make the distance. Play on call by the umpire. Leal's got it again. He's grabbed. He's thrown off the ball. Didn't have it. Should have got a free, and it's played to the boundary line and out of bounds. A push in the back, and the free goes to Sturt. The runner coming out immediately from Sturt to have a word to Darryl Hicks as Johnny Cahill drives a 60-yarder in towards the goals. It won't come around enough, and it's through for a behind. The first score since the half-time interval, 8 goals 10 to Port Adelaide. Sturt 7-6.
In the first quarter, it was Sturt that got the free kicks. Now Port Adelaide's are getting them.
Broadbridge drop kick to the half-forward right flank. Dave Gill in Spencer in front. The ball hand passed out by the big boy Beaufoy. Taken on the run by Potter. Potter's got the chance, steadies himself and misses it. Sturts are a bit rattled at the moment. Weir doing his job in the centre. The ball over the head at the throw-in, taken by Broadbridge. Broadbridge's kick bounces away. Rick Schoff's got the run of it. Schoff now playing centre. Kicks from the half-back left flank, high up to the centre wing position. Holmes steadies himself, knocks it away, and it's going to be very close as it goes through for a behind. Port Adelaide doing all the attacking as they've gone from 8 goals 9 to 9 goals 13, while Sturts have not scored since half-time.
Schoff's gone to centre. Bagshaw's gone to centre half-forward. Here's the bounce at centre. Weir gets the tap down, tries to find Murphy. It's hard slugging football in the centre at the moment with the bodies being pushed over the ball, and eventually umpire O'Connell was bounced. 8 points the difference, and Sturt revitalised after that couple of quick goals. They were starting to look very ordinary. There's the tap down by Weir to Rigney. It's collared Cahill, who's dropped out of the game in the last 10 minutes or so, will get a free kick.
And the ball to be taken by Holmes. Holmes for Port Adelaide, over the centre wing, nearly down to the half-forward right flank. The mark has been awarded to Jock, who is playing centre for Sturt. 8 points separating the side. The bounce in the centre for Clarkson and Spencer dispute the knock. Beaufoy tries to barge his way through, and he does. 15 stone, 7 of it. Kicks to the half-forward left flank. Schwarz has got the run of it. Ashley McKay gets the run of the ball, beats him, and the kick by McKay is going to lob in front of Broadbridge. Goes past Chessel, out of bounds, and Port's quick to take up the attack at the start of the final term. Go out of bounds in their full forward left pocket. Throw in on the half-forward left flank. Port's attacking. Clarkson the knock straight down. Hand pass by Schwarz finds Rigney moving through. Rigney rove well since half-time. His kick marked by Dave Gill as he takes it for Port Adelaide at the centre wing position. Gill's kick's a bad one. You don't see it very often with him. It ricochets back again. Taken by Airy. Airy runs out of bounds. Ashley McKay trying to get it. He can't. Haslam picks it up. He's a busy little footballer, this fella. Kicks it in towards the goals where it's off the fingers. Goes and Broadbridge trips as he comes through. It's taken by Adcock. The kick by Adcock is going to be marked by Airy. Airy takes it on the run. It's a high one. Not a good one, but it's gone in towards the kick-off line. And Jarrett in front knocks it down. Ashley McKay has the chance. Jarrett's got the ball. The kick by Jarrett's going straight to Leal. And Leal has marked it for Port Adelaide. Is Leal's kick going towards the scoring board, and it's going to miss. It's gone across for a behind, and Port Adelaide, during the third quarter also, when they kicked 1-5, make it pretty tough for themselves, although they hold a 9-point lead at the 2-minute mark of the final term. 9-6 to 9-15 to throw in with a knock by Spencer, taken by Freeman, a left-footer by Freeman, over the head of Schwarz. Racing forward is McKay, but Schwarz, the bounce goes against him. Leal tries to fall on top of it, knocks it out cleverly. Broadbridge picks it up, hand passes on to McKay, and McKay's goal! And McKay has goals for Port Adelaide, and listen to the crowd. Ashley McKay came on when Moore went off during the third quarter, and I can't help feeling that at the moment the ball is just bouncing a little bit away from Sturt, as you often see in these tight games.
10 points the difference. Port Adelaide lead 10-16, 76 to Sturt, 10-6, 66. There's the kick in from Alloway out to the half-back line. Off the hands of Clarkson. Coming through, it's Rick Schoff. Left-footer nearly struck the umpire as it went to centre half-forward. Taken by Greenslade. He's tackled hotly. A kick off the ground finds Cahill at the centre. He feints, comes past Clark, goes for a bounce. He's good shepherding by Airy. He's bounced. He's gone 40 yards for the ball. Terrific shepherding by Airy. All full marks there as Cahill drives it down to the full forward position. Only to see it marked there by Murphy. The knock from the centre taken by Leal. Leal's kick is forced on. Johnny Cahill misses the bounce, but he gets out of it cleverly. Has to go back to the ball. Goes to the ground. They try to bump him. They do. He appeals to the kick. Kick off the ground by Beaufoy. Getting the runner boy and kicking it off. And there's the day. Pretty deliberate one, Tom.
At the 18-minute mark of the final quarter, with Jeff Potter 40 yards from goal, and never has he had a more important kick for Port Adelaide. Hasn't kicked the goal today. He's missed. He's missed narrowly. The goal umpire had to have a very hard look at that one as Potter put through his third behind. Galloway to kick in. The crowd particularly quiet at this moment as they see a tremendous finish at the 19-minute mark of the final term. The kick by Galloway, knocked down in front by Spencer, taken by Roger Dunn. Sturt look a revitalised side now as they come into the pocket. There's a good bump by Bagshaw, gets rid of his Port Adelaide opponent, and the ball kicked off the ground, picked up by Clarkson on the run. The kick by Clarkson is going to go across the goal and out of bounds.
Carrying Cahill off. There's the kick in from Alloway out to the half-back flank on the grandstand side. He switched flanks. It's taken by Holmes. He has the ball held to him, and it'll be a bounce from umpire O'Connell. Only feet inside the boundary line at half-forward right for Sturt.
Gill on.
Graham Gill on for Port Adelaide. Here's the bounce, and it's taken by Port Adelaide. Get it down to Holmes. He's on one leg as he tries to get a kick away. It hardly made any distance at all. Taken by Haslam. He's kicked towards centre wing. It's a high punt kick which is standing on end. We go to the 2-minute of the time on period. And it's marked here by Clayton, centre half-back. It hasn't been paid. Hasn't been paid. He has to kick around his body to the half-back flank. Taken here by Airy. Airy kicks towards Holmes. Holmes with handles. Taken here by Tilbrook. Ducks his neck. Tries to go through. And he'll be paid the free kick for around the neck. 5 points the difference.
Port Adelaide players turning around him. There's a kick by Dunn. And this time it's going to go straight through. Kick by Roger Dunn. And that would just about sew it up. Sturt would hang on to their premiership at this stage unless we have an abnormally a lot of time on. The kick out to the half-forward right flank with Ports attacking. Sturt's trying to get it away. Here's the chance as Jarrett drives it into the centre. His kick's not a good one, and running through, Salmon has the run of the ball, but getting in his road is Chessel. Clayton, the hand pass by Chessel finds Miles. Miles with a kick which ricochets to Holmes. Holmes' kick as Tilbrook throws himself across the body. Clayton can't get rid of it. Roger Dunn throws the ball away. The umpire calls play on, and it will be a free kick to Port Adelaide. Sturt at 13 goals 10. 13 goals 10 at 88 points. Got up in the last few minutes of the final term to defeat Port Adelaide at 10 goals 17 at 77 points. And what a magnificent finish.